So I know we've talked to y'all a lot lately about different campground memberships, but we've got one more on the list that we feel like we need to mention. And after that, we won't bother you anymore about them. Well, maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see. So what we want to do here today is explain to you why we said no to the big Thousand Trail membership and why we are sticking with the little yearly membership. We'll share with you our reasons for doing that. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
Welcome to RV America.
The original RV America.
Now let's talk about Thousand Trails.
When you first start thinking about RVing, you'll hear about Thousand Trails from other RVers, and you'll see it on YouTube videos, and you wonder, will it be a good tool for me? And that's what we were wondering. We decided to, hey, let's give it a test drive. Before we go out and buy a big package, because we had friends, we had other RVers that we talked to that went out and bought the big package right away. And we just wanted to see if it worked. So
we would suggest this for y'all.
Let me tell you a little bit about Thousand Trails. Now, I'm not going to take a deep dive into Thousand Trails. I'm just going to tell you a little bit of the outline of it and then get into what we have. First of all, Thousand Trails is a campground membership that you pay up front for, and then you get to camp for free across the United States. Now, depending on which package you have, which campgrounds you might get to use. They have several memberships, and they cost anywhere from $725. Always look for, there's usually about a $200 coupon to sign up for that, and that's the Zone Pass is the cheapest. Up to $17,995, which to us is mind-blowing. So it's a package, and you've got to learn what is the right thing for you. And we'll tell you a little bit of why we stuck with the Zone Pass, just the yearly cost over the last 4 years. Now, the more you pay, the more benefits you have, such as reservation windows. We only get 60 days, so that's the major drawback to the camping Zone Pass. You just don't get a large window. Now, fortunately for us, we've been able to work with that and within the system, and we've always got to go to the area that we wanted to. In some cases, such as Bar Harbor this summer, we're not going to be able to be on Bar Harbor because that was taken up. People with longer windows took that one. That's right out of National Park, so that they took that one. What we had to do is go a little bit further out to, we'll still get to join the area, but with the short window, we had to take our second or third choice of a campground. We'll still get to go there and enjoy Bar Harbor, so we're looking forward to that. Now, as I said, I'm not going to go deep into it. I'll post a chart here on the screen. You can stop it and pause it and look at it if you have more questions about it. We won't get deep into it because there's so many twists and turns you could take, and that's not what this video is about. This video is about why we chose to stick with the yearly membership. And that's, a lot of people start with the yearly membership because they're worried about what it is, would they use it, and that's what we always suggest to do. Start with the yearly, and then find out if you are going to the same place, like if you're going to Florida every winter and you've got a favorite campground you want to get into, then I would suggest buying the bigger package. Now, Lynn and I, we are in the exploring mode. We're not ready to stay somewhere for weeks and weeks and weeks. We're ready to go to this area and explore a bucket list item and go to this area. And we got a lot more of that coming up for this summer where we go to the Northeast and we just keep on driving. So pay attention to that. We'll see how far we get and see how Northeast we get. Just a little hint there. I do want to tell you a little bit about what we have. We have just the Camping Zone Pass and give you the ins and outs of that because it might be something you're interested in because some people are not ready to jump into these larger packages which give you more and more benefits. And for us, it's worked out great. We've had the Camping Zone Pass for the last 3 out of the last 4 years. So for us, it's worked great. In fact, the first year, we spent 78 days in 1,000 Trails campground from the East Coast out to Arizona and a lot of places in between. So that brought the total down to just $13.15. So each night only cost us $13.15. That was a no-brainer. We said, let's do it again for the next year. So the next year, year 2, we stayed 52 nights, and that brought the total down to $19.04. Then again, you would think, hey, it's a no-brainer. We probably should do it again. But no, what we decided, because you'll notice on this map that I'll post here, the Thousand Trails campgrounds are on the East Coast, some out in the Midwest, and then along through Arizona, California, up through the West Coast. And we knew we were going to Montana, South Dakota, and points in between, and there were no Thousand Trails there. So there was no sense of us spending roughly $1,000 to get a camping zone pass. And we were thankful that we didn't sign up for a larger package, because that year we wouldn't have got to use anything because where we were heading and how much time we were spending out west. That leads to year 4. We have signed up this last year, earlier in the year, not too long ago, and we are going to try to use it. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to use it as much as we did year 1 and year 2. We're just trying to get our costs below $45 a night. Next year, we're going to Alaska, and we probably won't sign up. So that's one of the benefits, is that since you're not in an annual lifetime and you don't have to pay the yearly $700 maintenance fee, is that you can stop it and start it if you want to, based on where you're going. So just to kind of sum it up, some of the things that we really like about the Zone Pass is that there's no upfront money. We don't have to dish out thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Number 2, there's no contract, no lifetime membership that you've got to worry about. Number 3, there's no yearly maintenance fee. Those that with the lifetime pay out about $700 a year. Plus, if they want the Trails collection, they still got to buy that. So they're still spending about the same amount, $1,000-something a year. So we don't have to worry about that maintenance fee. And the 4th reason is, if we go somewhere and there's no 1,000 trails, if we've got our year planned out and there's no 1,000 trails, we don't have to sign back up. We can cancel it for that year and sign up the next year if we need it. So that saves us that $1,000.
Our number 1 reason for not getting the big package is the fact that they are not located everywhere. And like the first couple of years, we went in all those places, and now we're wanting to go other places. So the next reason we didn't get the big package is because of the cost. Now, we can do $1,000 a year and then be able to drop it on the years that we're not going to be in areas that there are 1,000 trails located. But I hate to pay $3,000 plus for a used package, or $15,000 for a brand new package, and then have an entire year that I don't get any use out of that membership. That kind of burns me a little bit. So that's the reason. The cost is a lot.
So the next reason we did not buy the big package are the restrictions. Now, even if you buy a huge package on the Trails collection, you only get a 60-day window. That might have changed with the $15,000 one. You might get a 90-day window, but we're not paying $15,000 for a campground membership. So there are restrictions on how far out you can make reservations. The bigger package you buy, the more you have, but we're really not wanting to pay that. Another restriction is you just, in some packages, you cannot just go from park to park. You got to pay extra to go to park, because the rules are for a lot of the packages, and for one we have, is if you go in there for 14 days, you got to stay out of the system for 7 days. Or if you're in a Trails collection, for even 1 day, you got to stay out of the system for 7 days. So there's restrictions that get in the way, and we'd rather deal with them without having the big prices. So another thing that you need to be thinking about, another reason that we didn't grab one of the big packages, is you lose freedom. Now, what do we mean by lose freedom? Is that since there's 88 campgrounds, and then you had the Trails collection where you had another 100 campgrounds, and they're only in certain parts of the country, you got to make a choice. Do I keep going to this place year after year? Mm-hmm. And some people travel like that. Some people want to go to Florida every year, and some people might want to go to the Northeast during the summer, or somewhere a little bit cooler during the summer, and that works great for them. But for us, we were wanting to fulfill our bucket list and go
different places,
one side of the country to the other, and a lot of those places do not have 1,000 trails. So
yeah,
if you're tied to 1,000 trails by wanting to save that money because you spent 7,000, 10,000, 100, 15,000, then you're going to be tied to always going to this part of the country, or that part of the country, or that part of the country. And so that's something that could really slow you down and cost you some freedom.
Yep. We like having the ability to just go wherever, and like he said, if you pay that much for a membership, you feel like you have to use it all the time. And we're not those people that want to go back to the same place over and over and over.
We might later, but right now.
Yeah, later in life we may want to do that, but right now we're in the exploring. We're explorers, and we're on expeditions.
That's right.
All the time. It's so much fun. So we hope this video has been helpful. We hope we answered some of your questions on 1,000 Trails.
Hope we didn't ramble too much.
Yeah, hope we didn't ramble too much. It can get quite complicated. 1,000 Trails is the most complicated program there is out there of all of them. I really do believe, and it takes, you have to have a doctorate to understand all the ins and outs. And if you have any questions about it that we didn't answer, put it in the comments below, and I'll get Danny to look it up for you. He's our Googler.
Yeah, and I know quite a bit about it. So if you ask questions, I should know
Yeah.
it. I'm no expert, but I can at least point you in the right direction.
Yeah, we may not have relayed it all here, but you know, he'll figure it out and try to help you find an answer. And before I forget, take a quick minute and hit the subscribe button for us. Our channel's growing and we appreciate all y'all's support. And
It's free. It's free.
It's
So-
free. Subscribing is free. And hit the notification bell. We're going to New England this summer and then on up to Nova Scotia. And I know you're really going to want to see those videos.
Yep. We're looking forward to heading into Canada and see all those
RV America
provinces.
goes Canada.
Yep.
For a short time, and then we'll be back. Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV America.